Lawrence Greenberg here with a sneak peek at SiMX TextConverter 3.1. First, we're going to set up the output dictionary. Just open your output data source. I'm going to use an Oracle database here. I could use a file. I could use an ODBC connection, but I'm going to use an OLEDB connection to Oracle. I'm going to go ahead and find my table, my output table. In this case, it's some phone detail material. And once I set it to that table, you see the fields in that table? Just click Set. And that output dictionary comes right into TextConverter. Now I'm ready to open my input document. The input document here is a PDF. It's a phone bill from Verizon. We just drop it right into TextConverter. And there it is. You can see it in the template view, or you can tab over to the parsing view. We're going to generate templates. This uses artificial intelligence to discover fields and records in the document. It's discovered a few different templates. I'm going to use this one-line template. The AI selected that as the most likely candidate, and it is in fact the right one. And in this case, the fields that were discovered correspond with the fields in my output dictionary almost perfectly. So we're going to go ahead and connect all the fields at once. You can connect them individually. I'm going to connect them by position. Alright, now all the fields are connected, and I notice here in the output preview that the date didn't come across. So let's break that date connection, and we're going to use a little bit of VB script for that field. So you just click on the field in the output dictionary and choose Create Script Conversion, and it'll insert the beginning of the script. There's a placeholder there called value. That's where I'm going to put the value that will load into that field. And in this case, the value is just a single function. I'm going to put this function here. Format date time, and I'm going to use field 1 from the input dictionary as the input to that function. You can just drag it right in there. Now let's take a look at that output preview. Oh, beautiful. There's the date. But I notice in my input document I have a full date time, and I'm actually getting a full date time to the output, but I can't see it in the preview. So I'm going to change my viewing format for the preview to be a date time format, so we can actually see what we're getting there. Look at that beautiful date time straight out of that input document and into the output preview. Look through the fields. You can see when you click on each field, it highlights across the whole process flow from the input document to the output dictionary to the preview. I'm going to save our project. Always save your project. I'm going to overwrite the existing one. Yeah, I did practice this once before I recorded it. And make sure you've clicked Append Existing Table. Since you have an existing database table, you want to add more records to that table. Otherwise, it will create the table each time you run it. And we run the process, and it's fast. Now let's have a look at the results. There's a built-in data browser in TextConverter, and you can see the results right there in that Oracle database, and it is just perfect. That's your sneak peek at SiMX TextConverter 3.1.